Welcome to Gonzaga's online application webinar. In admissions, our goal is to partner with you to help you create the strongest application possible. An admissions counselor specializing in your program will help ensure all elements of your application are complete and will be reaching out to assist with questions you may have about the program as well as the application itself. Feel free to contact us with any questions you might have. Today we will be looking at the application process here at Gonzaga University, the documents required to complete your application, and we will pull the online application itself and go over it page by page. For attending this workshop, we will be providing a fee waiver code that will waive the $50 application fee. The admissions team is here to help you through the application process from beginning to end. Our goal is to help you put together the strongest representation of yourself through your application package. Your admissions counselor can work with you to set personal deadlines so you can submit your entire application package on time. This allows time to review all of the documents and give any suggestions that might strengthen your application. The application is designed to capture a well-rounded idea of who you are. It is always a good idea to personalize your application to reflect your goals and show why you are interested in the program and why you are choosing to attend Gonzaga. We will track all of the documents that arrive to complete your application package, such as transcripts and letters of recommendation. Once we have received everything, we will send it to faculty for an admissions decision. As soon as the admissions decision is made, we will contact you with the next steps to confirm your acceptance and begin your graduate education. Here is a list of the application requirements. Some of them are program specific. Don't be overwhelmed by this list, as your admissions counselor will help you step by step to determine which are required for the program you're applying to. Let's go through these pieces in more depth. An official transcript will need to be ordered from each college and university that you have attended. This includes any courses you took and transferred from another institution, even if you did not receive a degree from that institution. Transcripts must come directly from the institution in order to be considered official, and we accept them both electronically and mailed to the address shown. Please be sure to include virtual campus admissions in the mailing address to ensure that they are received by the correct department. If your cumulative GPA is below the requirement for the program you're applying to, it does not exclude you from applying. We offer you the chance to write a short letter of explanation to submit with your application. This will give you the chance to explain to faculty why it fell below the requirement, and more importantly, what is different now and why you expect to be successful in a graduate program. The recommendation process is facilitated through the online application. You will enter your recommender's contact information in the online application, and an email will be sent to them with instructions to complete the recommendation process for you. This process is twofold, with a letter of recommendation and an evaluation checklist. Your recommender should be professional references, preferably from supervisors or past professors who can discuss your abilities as a professional and evaluate your leadership and interpersonal skills. Many programs require a statement of purpose as part of the application. This piece provides an opportunity to introduce yourself to the faculty and is also looked at as a writing sample. You will definitely want to make sure you check it for grammatical errors, accuracy, spelling, and clarity before submitting your application. You will also want to include why you're interested in going to Gonzaga and the program itself, your professional goals, and specifically what you hope to do with this degree. Your admissions counselor is also available to read your statement of purpose to provide any additional feedback. All you need to do is email it over to your counselor and we can review it for you. We will also review it once you submit your application. The next item you need to submit is either a curriculum vitae or a resume. This is an opportunity to highlight your professional experience as well as your education. A curriculum vitae is a summary of your education and academic background as well as your work experience. Usually a CV includes an overview of any research you have done and any publications or awards you have earned. Many students choose to submit a 1 to 2 page resume instead of a curriculum vitae. Either one is appropriate. There is no preferred format as long as it is clear and concise. A strong resume includes your name, educational history, including your GPA, your work history, including the dates, as well as the skills that make you stand out. Your admissions counselor is also available to read your CV or resume and provide any additional feedback. All you need to do is email it to your counselor and they can review it for you. Applicants with a GPA below their program requirement may need to take the GRE or MAT. Don't panic, it's just a test. Usually the faculty like to see test scores around the national average, but this is just one way to strengthen your application. The MAT is the Miller Analogies Test and is a 1-hour test, 120 multiple choice questions that are analogy-based questions. The GRE does require quite a bit of studying. It has 3 sections: quantitative, verbal reasoning, and writing. It is 4.5 hours long. Both graduate entrance exams have testing materials available, and more information on testing center locations are listed on their website. Now I'm going to pull up the online application for you to see. You can create an account for your application and work on it and save your information if you need to take a break and come back to work on it later. Once you submit your online application, your admissions counselor will review your application packet to see what other pieces are still outstanding, such as transcripts that have not come in the mail yet or submitted letters of recommendation. Transcripts will be submitted separately, either in the mail or sent electronically from the institution. Your admissions counselor will be in contact with you to make sure everything in the application is complete before sending it to faculty for review. If you have questions, just email or call. We are your point of contact when finalizing your application packet. This is the first page of the online application when you create your account and provide your legal name and information. If you have a previous name, such as a maiden name, please be sure to provide that as well. This will allow us to match up transcripts with your application when transcripts start coming in. If you have a preferred name too, you can include that as well, and that will let us know what you prefer to be called. You will also include some basic demographic information and mailing address on this page. One thing to note at the bottom of this page is the Save button. It's a good practice to save your application before moving on to the next page to ensure your information is not lost. If you need to step away from the application, there is also a Save and Exit button. This page is where you select the program that you are interested in applying to and the term that you would like to start. Once you select the program on this page, your application checklist will come up so you can see the application requirements of the program. Your counselor will also keep you posted on what else is missing in the application as we're waiting on any final pieces. The next page just wants some more information on you. Whether you want to attend full-time or part-time in the program, if you have attended Gonzaga before, and if you have previously applied to the program. All of this is important to us so we do not create a duplicate record for you in case you were a previous Gonzaga student. If you are a citizen of a different country, please be sure to mark that in here so we can take the right steps necessary for international students. It will prompt you with some additional questions if you are a citizen from a country other than the United States, and you can fill out your ethnicity and race here. This page wants to know your military status, whether you are currently an active member or a veteran. This is for U.S. military only. If you answer yes to any of these questions, it will prompt you with a few more questions on your status and the branch you are in. Even if you are not planning on using military benefits, please fill out this completely. This page is about immigration information. If you are a student from another country, this page will prompt you to fill in the required information. If you are an international student, you will be prompted to answer some questions. If you are a U.S. student, just click the Save button. The next section is employment information. You can select the industry in which you are currently employed and then fill in your employment history, including organization, title, and supervisor. You are also able to include multiple employers in the application, but you do not need to include your entire work history. If you have any volunteer experience that you would like to share with us, you can put that here as well. Next, you will include the colleges and universities you have attended. When you click the search button, you can start your search by entering the city and state of the school you attended. If the list doesn't include your school, you can choose none of the above and manually enter the school name. Give the most accurate information here as possible. It is best to put the correct GPA here, but it may be difficult to get that exact number. Try to get as close as you can remember for your GPA when listing it on the application. We will need transcripts from each school you have attended. This includes any credits you took from a community college or another university. This is where you can fill in your references' contact information for letters of recommendation. I would encourage you to let your references know ahead of time to be on the lookout for the recommendation email. There are some employers who have very strong filters, and the email that is sent to them might be considered spam. If you click on the Manage Your Recommenders button, you can edit or change the reference and contact information, or you can send them a reminder email to submit their recommendation. The sooner you enter your contact information, the more time your recommenders have to submit the evaluation and the letter of recommendation. I suggest doing this early in the application process. You will also see here that you have the option to waive access or not waive your access. If you do not waive access to the recommendation, then you will have access to reviewing the recommendation letter if you become an enrolled student at Gonzaga. Next is the supporting documentation page, where you can upload your statement of purpose, resume, any licenses or certifications or other documents you want to include. If you do have copies of unofficial transcripts, you can send them to us, but this is just optional. This page also lists which types of files are accepted when uploading your documents. The last page is conduct information. If you select yes to any of these questions, you will be able to provide a short statement explaining what happened, when it was, and what you learned from the experience. At the bottom here, you will put in your electronic signature with the date and that you agree to the terms listed. There is also a spot at the very end where you can put in the fee waiver code to waive the $50 application fee. And then you just need to submit the application. If anything is missing from the application, you will be prompted with an error box to go back and correct it. If not, then once you hit submit, your admissions counselor will be notified of the submitted application and will review it to make sure everything is complete before sending it to faculty for review. What are your next steps? Of course, you will want to continue working on your application and get it submitted. Your counselor will read over everything to make sure it is complete. We also provide you feedback on ways to strengthen your application and give you the opportunity to make any changes if need be. We will make sure all transcripts are received as well as letters of recommendation. Typically, these two pieces can take the longest to receive because it relies on other people to complete, so be sure to order your transcripts and enter your recommenders into the application as soon as possible. Once everything in your application is completed, we will send it to faculty for review and the admissions decision will be made by faculty. We will email you a notification that the application was sent for review. The decision process can take 4 to 6 weeks from the time we send it for faculty review, but this depends on the program. Once we receive a decision, we will let you know if you have been accepted. If accepted, a confirmation will be required. Most of our programs require a $200 tuition deposit, but others only require a quick confirmation email to your admissions counselor. The confirmation will secure your spot in the program. Once you confirm your spot, our student services team will reach out to you and will be your new point of contact to help you through your entire program. They are available 7 days a week to help with registration, how to order books, technical issues, and connecting with campus resources. Our financial aid office will also be notified, and they will reach out to you with more information on financial aid. For attending the application workshop, we are providing a fee waiver code that will waive the $50 application fee. It is case sensitive, so please be sure to type it into the application exactly as it is written on this slide. There will be a field at the end of the application where you can enter this code. Please feel free to reach out to us with any questions.